Imagine a gigantic stone wall stretching over 7,000 kilometers, shaping the climate, history, and life of all of South America. It's a mountain system that's not only tall, but also a testament to the sheer power of our planet. Let's climb the longest and most impressive mountain range on the planet. Our journey is to the Andes Mountains, the backbone of the continent. Imagine a gigantic stone wall stretching over 7,000 kilometers, shaping the climate, history, and life of all of South America. It is a mountain system that is not only high, but also a testament to the raw power of our planet. The origin of the name, the Sunrise Zone. The most accepted and poetic theory for the origin of the name Andes comes from the Quechua language, spoken by the indigenous peoples of the region, including the Inca Empire. The name derives from the word anti. There are several interpretations, but the most significant are high summit or high crest, a simple translation that describes the landscape. East or sunrise zone, this is the most fascinating. For the Incas, who lived in the center of their empire, the mountains were to the east, in the direction where the sun rose. Therefore, the mountain range was the mountain of the rising sun. Can you imagine that the largest mountain range in the world bears a name that is both a geographical description and a tribute to the sun? It's a name that unites earth and sky. The Andes Mountains are not just a mountain, they are the backbone of the South American continent, a system that defines the geography, climate, and culture of the entire region. The Andes Mountains are not just a mountain, they are the backbone of the South American continent, a system that defines the geography, climate, and culture of the entire region. The backbone of the continent, scale and scope. The first thing that strikes you about the Andes is their scale. They are the longest mountain range in the world. The length, it stretches for over 7,000 kilometers, running north to south along the entire west coast of South America. The path, this gigantic wall of stone touches no less than 7 countries: Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina. Can you imagine a stone wall so long that it has shaped the destiny and culture of so many nations? The Andes are not only a natural border, but also the source of nearly all of South America's major rivers, influencing life throughout its entirety. The Andes are essentially the result of a gigantic slow-moving traffic accident that began about 60 million years ago and continues to this day. Think of it this way: instead of cars, we have 2 entire tectonic plates. On one side, the Nazca Plate, which lies at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, and on the other, the South American Plate. The epic and awkward collision. When the 2 plates collided, the denser Nazca Plate had no choice. It began to sink beneath the South American Plate. The South American Plate reacted like a rug being pushed hard against a wall. It was forced to bend, wrinkle, and lift, creating the immense wall of mountains we call the Andes. If anyone asks, tell them the Andes is the largest crumpled rug on the planet. The technical term for this subduction is subduction, and this colossal pressure is what creates everything you see in the Andes. Can you imagine the force required to bend the continent's floor like paper? The impact, giants that keep growing. This constant pressure isn't just historical, it continues. Aconcagua, located in Argentina and the highest peak in the Americas, is the ultimate testament to this force. It's not just a tall peak, it's a symbol of the energy the Earth still expends pushing and bending the crust. Because it lies in an active collision zone, the Andes are also a region of intense geological activity, full of active volcanoes and susceptible to earthquakes. It's as if the Earth were still moving at the crash site. Survival in the extremes, life above the clouds. Living in the Andes is a battle against time and air. The vast majority of the mountain range is over 3,500 meters above sea level, and it's at this altitude that the challenge becomes real: the thin air. The challenge of altitude. Thin air means there's less atmospheric pressure, and therefore, each breath you take in, you inhale less oxygen. For those who aren't adapted, this causes the famous altitude sickness. Have you ever imagined that the easiest thing in the world, breathing, becomes a constant effort? Furthermore, the cold is intense, the solar radiation is very strong, and food is scarce. It's an environment that demands an almost supernatural adaptation. The secrets of adaptation. Life, however, is stubborn and has found incredible solutions for this altitude. 1. Human adaptation. Indigenous peoples who have lived in the Andes for millennia, such as the Quechua and Aymara, have developed remarkable physical adaptations. Their bodies are true efficiency machines at high altitudes. They tend to have larger rib cages and lungs. Their blood contains more hemoglobin, red blood cells, to capture and transport the little oxygen available more efficiently throughout the body. It's an adaptation that has occurred over thousands of years and proves that humans can adapt to almost anything. 2. The four-legged guardians. Animals have also become masters of life at altitude. Llamas, alpacas, and vicuñas, relatives of camels, are symbols of the Andes. They have thick woolen coats that protect them from the brutal cold and a highly efficient blood system with hemoglobin to extract maximum oxygen from the thin air. The majestic Andean condor, the largest flying bird on the planet, uses the cold air currents to soar with an elegance that shows who truly dominates the Andean sky. The Andes are more than a physical barrier. They are a watershed that controls the climate and shapes South American civilization. They are also largely responsible for the existence of the Pantanal, as I demonstrate in the video. Watch the video on the card. The climate maker, the Great Divide. The Andes' most dramatic influence is on the climate, creating the greatest contrasts on the planet. The rain shadow effect. The mountains act as a wall that blocks all moisture coming from the Pacific Ocean. This moisture is forced to rise, cool, and rain on the Pacific side. The result? The eastern side receives rain and feeds the immense Amazon rainforest. The Atacama, on the western side, the Andes barrier prevents moisture from reaching it, creating the Atacama Desert in Chile and Peru, which is considered the driest place in the world. Can you imagine a single stone wall being responsible for the driest place and the largest forest on the planet? It's a colossal climatic power. 2. The cradle of civilization and wealth. Historically, the Andes were the center of power on the continent. The Inca Empire, the mountains were the heart of the vast Inca Empire. They built incredible cities like Machu Picchu, vast networks of roads, and terraced agriculture at altitudes that defy logic. The mountaintops were not an obstacle, but the center of their cultural identity. Mineral wealth. The same geological collision that raised the peaks also brought to the surface immense mineral wealth: gold, silver, and copper. This abundance of resources shaped the colonization and modern economies of countries like Chile and Peru. The Stonewall titles. The backbone of the continent. This is the title that sums up its scale. The Andes are the longest mountain range in the world, stretching over 7,000 kilometers and touching 7 countries. They are, literally, the backbone of South America. The Earth's crumpled carpet, the geological miracle, a title that reminds us of how it was formed. The Andes are the result of a collision of tectonic plates that folded the Earth's crust. It is the most impressive proof that the ground of our continent was once crumpled like a carpet in a traffic accident that lasted millions of years. The creator of climatic extremes. The Andes are the cause of 2 of the greatest contrasts on the planet. They block moisture from the Pacific and are responsible for creating, on one side, the driest place in the world, the Atacama Desert, and on the other, the largest tropical rainforest in the world, the Amazon. The roof of the Americas, home to Aconcagua, the highest peak in the Americas, and a constant challenge to life. But tell me, do you want to see the Andes? We saw that reality is much crazier than fiction. We explored islands of stone in the sky, deserts that were once swamps, and mountains that breathe. And best of all, where else can you say you climbed a mountain that is, in fact, a carpet kneaded by the Earth in a 60-million-year-old traffic accident, like the Andes? And so we've reached the end of another adventure. What an incredible place we visited today, right? I hope you felt the energy and beauty of this destination as much as I did. If you enjoyed traveling with me from home and want to explore many other paradises around the world, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's free and you'll be guaranteed not to miss any of our upcoming expeditions. In addition to subscribing, leave a like if this video showed you something new and tell me in the comments, what was your favorite part of this trip? Or what place would you like to visit on our next destination? See you in the next video.